shaking that ass, shaking that ass, shaking that ass, sexy motherfucker, shaking that ass, shaking that ass, shaking that ass.
Well, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to get this one in here. I've been doing a lot of research in terms of what's going on as usual politically. So there's a lot of things that we need to really be paying attention to. And one of them is, what is China telling their own people? And what if they're telling their own people is that there's an article in the Daily Mail, which nobody is actually really saying anything about this. But what the Chinese government is telling their own people is that the U.S. turns dead bodies into hamburgers. Chinese social media account churning out anti-American articles, and they claiming that it got shut down. But what is it saying? It's a most popular WeChat account viewed by millions of people was shut down on Sunday. Why? One of the articles claimed that COVID-19 had already killed millions of Americans. It also accused the U.S. government of turning patients' corpses into hamburgers. And this is one of the things that, again, you have to pay attention to what's going on all around the world. They got you just paying attention here, but there's a lot of things that are going on in the South China Sea right now. A lot of stuff going on over there, Australia. A lot of things going everywhere. And there is as we take a look at what's going on here in America, we need to understand how the rest of the world is starting to look at the American people. And what they're doing is they're making the American people look like barbarians. So, they are claiming that the American government is behind this, and they're turning all of these dead bodies into meat for the American people. Now, there's been articles that McDonald's, Burger King, a lot of these other places are using fetal tissue in their hamburger meat. Now, these articles have been out for almost over 10, 15 years. There's also been reports that Hollywood people who want to be able to look young take blood baths in fetal tissue blood, and they do foot blood mask, put it all over their face. So, I reported on this channel again so many different times about, how they are doing things with the death certificate, trying to say that a lot of people dying of COVID, and when it's COVID-like diseases, and how a lot of the doctors are talking about they are being forced to put COVID on all the death certificates, upping the numbers. But also, the influx of a lot of quote-unquote black African Americans that are now dying behind closed doors, never to really be able to be seen again, and as Bobby Hebbett once says, they are possibly harvesting what is going on with us. Now, the Chinese have put in a system around the world, well, Huawei, which the Britons are now trying to get out of there for their 5G system, has put together all different types of mythologies of taking people's organs without their permission. So when you talk about this harvesting and the United States making burgers out of human bodies, it's just unbelievable. And it's saying that China has shut down a popular social media account with millions of followers for spreading fake news and the conspiracy theories. One of the outlet's most read articles accused the U.S. of turning deceased COVID-19 patients' dead bodies into hamburger patties. The online outlet Zidozong Going, translated as Scholar Palace for Ultimate Truth, amassed nearly 2 million views in April alone on popular Chinese social media platform WeChat before being censored on Sunday. The online social media, translated as what I just got finished telling you, is, again, there's nothing in China that is not owned by the government. So who's putting this out, right? The Chinese government's putting this out. So when you take a look at what you are doing, how we are being fed information here, we need to look at what's actually going on all over the world and seeing exactly what they're saying other places. Canada, and a lot of, this is still North America, and I usually report on North American news, but Canada doesn't also have a favorable outlook on what's going on with Donald Trump and a lot of other types of things. And a lot of things that are being reported up there are being reported in a way as to where it makes a lot of people look bad. I mean, there's a lot of things that are happening here that are just, at one point, at one side, they're trying to tout what this worldview is all about. And then the other side, this worldview is demoralizing and tearing apart the very fabric of the human beings that are here in North America. So we have to be really, really careful about what we are feeding our brains, feeding our minds, and what is going into our deep subconscious mind and blocking us from the truthfulness of our souls and what's deep inside of us. So that's the headline. More coronavirus news. And I know I probably shouldn't be able to say that word on YouTube, but the Chinese are saying that the U.S. are turning dead bodies into hamburgers. Now, if you eat at McDonald's or any of these other places where the food is extremely cheap, you tell me if there's a taste, if there's a change in taste of the burgers that you're eating. Maybe they put a little bit more salt on it. I don't know. But that's what the Chinese are reporting. You be the judge. This is A New Thunder. Ronnie McLean for Dark Matter Radio and I.N.N.A. Have a great day. And perhaps maybe now we need to start staying away from those burgers. I think the universe is telling us that we need to be eating more electric foods. Listen to your soul. Love you. Thank you for being here. Have a great day.